So today we're taking a look at the UPERFECT 14-inch 2K laptop extender. Now, I'm gonna take a guess. Your laptop probably has one screen. Yeah, I know, I'm clairvoyant, right? Well, with a laptop extender, you can now boost your productivity by adding a second screen. Now I'm telling you, I'm just speaking from experience. I can't work with a single screen computer laptop. I really need two screens for video editing, audio editing, and just kind of surfing the web and just multitasking. Give me my second screen. Hey, what's going on? It's Low for Low Nose back at you with another tech taking. Guys, this is a place where I take a look at cool tech that comes my way, run it through its paces, give you my honest thoughts and opinions about it so you can make a decision for yourself if this is for you or not. But at the very least, I want you to learn something about the tech that we're looking at today that you could be using. Okay, so with your laptop extender, you get a couple things with it. First of all, you get two data cables. You get a USB-C to USB-A cable. This is mainly for your power cable or a data cable as well. And you have a USB-C to USB-C cable for, obviously connect this to your laptop or any device so you can actually, it's your data cable right there. You also get an HDMI mini to HDMI so you can connect things like maybe like a Nintendo Switch or a gaming system to it. Anything with an HDMI input or output so you can use this as a display. Of course, you have your user manual as well, and also an AC adapter so you can power your laptop extender. All right, let's take a closer look at our laptop extender, and it comes in two pieces that I'm going to separate right now. First, you have your actual frame that you actually spread apart and put on your screen. The laptop we're going to be using is a 15.5 inch, so it fits on those, even though the screen is 14 inches. And of course, here's your screen as well with the attachment. The way it works is that, as you can see, you have grooves right here. You just slide the screen just right there when it's already on your laptop. If we take a closer look at our screen, we have two USB-C ports. One is data, one is power, or they can both be data. But the main one, the main data or video one is the first one at the bottom, then your power one. You have your menu buttons to select your menu and also cycle through the menus, and also your HDMI mini as well. Okay, so let's set this up. Let's get straight to it. I'm gonna bring this open. And also take note, you have a kickstand on the back as well. Okay, so like I mentioned before, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open this up. We're gonna set it on the top, and we have the hinges on the side to connect it. Okay. Then I'm gonna take my screen, I'm gonna slide it onto the grooves right here until it clicks. There we go, and we're all set. Now, in order to connect my monitor to my laptop, I'm going to take my USB-C to USB-C cable. I'll go ahead and plug it on the bottom one and into the USB-C port of my computer. Give it a moment, you'll see your screen pulse, detecting the second screen that's connected, and it's there just like that. Now, just to give you a frame of reference, this is a 4K OLED monitor right here. Again, 14-inch 2K monitor, matte screen. And I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you, the image is comparable. It doesn't have that glossy look like an OLED screen, but the 14-inch 2K screen is a nice complement to this screen by far. Now, because the USB-C port on my laptop does provide power, no problem on powering the laptop itself, so I don't have to use the AC adapter that comes with it. As well as you can see, I can actually articulate my screen as well, tilt it up and down, and as you saw earlier, in and out, getting the perfect view for my workflow. I'll show you what a direct view looks like in some B-roll shot right here, because at an angle it might look a little washed out, but the picture itself is impressive. Speaking about impressive, let me show you with this. I'm gonna bring in a nice OLED example. I gotta tell you, the colors and the image of this screen, it impresses me a lot. Again, compared to a 4K OLED screen. Right now we're taking a look at a 4K HDR YouTube feed coming through right now, and the colors and the image, it just looks nice. It holds up very well. Now, as far as additional options within this, you do have a menu like I mentioned before. Just press the middle button, it'll bring it up, and you'll see that you have the option between brightness, image, color temperature, OSD settings, reset, and also miscellaneous. Now, this monitor does offer or says that it's HDR. Here's the thing, it's not really HDR. It kind of has like an HDR spoof mode, meaning this, since this is an 8-bit monitor, of course, not HDR, if you do come across an HDR signal, let's just say like maybe your smartphone that we'll try later on, usually when you play an HDR content through a source that's not HDR compatible, the colors always look washed out. So it has like an HDR faux pas mode, like I said before. Again, let me go to the menu. Right now we have it on HDR Auto, and I can go into it and I can go from auto to off, and then also 2084. You can see what the 2084, you can see what the HDR mode 2084 does is it produces a very saturated mode to kind of bring out the colors compared to it not being that, and it just being a little not as vibrant. Usually for me, I leave it on auto, but just keep in mind that when it is on auto, you do lose the ability to mess with the brightness, the contrast, because it's kind of locking everything in from itself. So if you want to do it, if you want to customize your own settings your own way, you can go ahead and take it on. You can go ahead and put on off, and then you're able to, whoops, then you're able to mess with the different settings that are there. But we're going to leave it on auto for that, for this sake. Now we're going to switch over to using this with my smartphone so you can see. Usually when it comes to connecting smartphones to external monitors like this, you always have a washed out color mode when connecting your smart devices, because usually these smart devices always in default putting video out in HDR, so you always lose color saturation vividness when connected to a monitor like this. So let me remove this from the laptop, and now this is where I'm going to use the AC adapter because my phone doesn't have enough power to power the monitor. Okay, so it's connected, and real quick, I'm going to show you a difference. Like I said before, it's on auto. I'm going to go ahead and put it on off, and you can see how bland it looks without it. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to not 2084 because it's super saturated. We'll go back to auto so it chooses it right. We'll wait for a couple of seconds for the menu to disappear. And then I'll show you the example of what the smartphone looks like on it. Yeah, and you got to see this. The colors on this thing, the image, the colors, the smoothness of it. It just looks nice overall. And again, if you're a content creator, you can use this for editing photos, editing videos. If you're doing productivity, if you're doing writing papers, and you need to search on the web screen and write on the paper on the other screen, you can use that for as well. There's so much that you can do with a second screen. All right, let me give you my final thoughts when it comes to the UPERFECT 14-inch 2K laptop. Overall, I'm a fan of it. I like how it just kind of fits around the monitor nice and clean. I've used plenty of these where it kind of fit, and there was always a gap. That was always an issue. They kind of solved it here where there's no gap, it's not hanging, it's sitting just nice. And if you look closely, you'll see that you have the option to put the screen on the right or the left-hand side, which means you could probably get another one and have 3 screens or 2 monitors on your main screen at the same time for some 3-screen surround action. How cool is that? Man, so cool. Let me mention 2 knocks that I wish were a little better with this laptop. I think as a monitor itself, it does a great job. But here's 2 things that I wish were just better with it that you might want to keep in mind. Number 1, there's no speaker. Okay, so let's just say if you were going to connect a switch to it, audio is not coming out of the speaker of this monitor. Keep that in mind. When I was using my smartphone, the audio was coming out of the phone, not the monitor. Number 2, this is more of a design issue. I'm not a fan how the wires are coming off to the side here and then wrapping around and then plugging into the side of my laptop. For me, it's not a clean look whatsoever. I wish they had it maybe within the base or actually behind the laptop, but the wires coming out to the side, for me, it just kind of like, it makes me worried. Outside of that, fantastic looking monitor. Definitely will boost up your productivity. All right, guys, really hope this video helped you out. Take care. Bye. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own UPERFECT 14-inch 2K laptop extender. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and also ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. All right, I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.